Hey guys, welcome to the Brothers Boyd. This is Josh, Daniel, and Chris here today, and we're going to take you to the Dark Ages.
This week we all decided to read the entire series of Dark Ages by Tom Taylor, Ivan Coelho, and Brian Reber. So today we're going to be discussing the entire series.
Yeah, so Dark Ages is kind of Tom Taylor's swan song at Marvel. He, in the middle of writing this book, or he may have already had it written, he signed an exclusive contract with DC. So he won't be playing with the Marvel toys anymore for a while. But right now, he did give us like a really great like Elseworld story, hence the name Dark Ages. And when you think Dark Ages, you think, oh, okay, we're going back to medieval times. Well, he is doing something like that in DC, but the Marvel Dark Ages is a little bit different. And so with the Dark Ages, we start off with book number 1, and we kind of start off meeting. We see Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and MJ are married, and they have a daughter named May who has Spider-Man's powers, and they're hanging out with their friends Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Sorry, yeah. Luke Cage. And they have a daughter as well. Her name is Danny, I believe is what they call her. And they're eating some pizza and just hanging out. And of course, May, being Spider-Man's daughter, is stuck to the ceiling. So there's some really comical stuff going on there. Josh, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that opener was great because Peter's just sitting there eating pizza and May's climbing on the ceiling, and MJ's like, we really need to teach her the difference between the floor and the ceiling. And Peter's like, oh, she's okay. Worst thing that could happen is she falls. You know, she's got my powers. And Jessica Jones jumps in and says, yeah, or stick her hand in a light socket. Then he decides to hop up there and bring her down.
Right, but she is the daughter of Spider-Man. I'm sure it probably wouldn't hurt her that much. She's got power,
As you'll see by the end of this issue, that she does have quite a considerable bit of power.
Oh, yes. As it keeps going, of course, the first people to start experiencing something bad happening is all the spiders. So we see on this splash page in the book, we have like Miles Morales. Excuse me, Josh. Who else we got over there?
Spider-Gwen, Peter, and May. And they all like start getting a massive headache from the attack. They know that something's coming. Their spider sense is going off the charts.
Right. And so as you read further along, we bring in Moon Girl.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Which they now call her the smartest person in the Marvel Universe. And Reed Richards, the second smartest person in the Marvel Universe. And so she's trying to figure out what's going on. Everyone knows something bad is going on, and they don't know what it is. And as you keep reading through the book, we get a cameo from a great individual in the book. And Daniel, what did you think when you saw the Watcher come out?
Well, I mean, obviously the Watcher is the person that's going to be the herald when bad things happen. I mean, he was introduced as like warning the Fantastic Four that Galactus was coming to basically eat the planet. So it makes a lot of sense that Galactus is going to show up when your world is about to expire. Yeah. That was also just a really great panel. Ivan did a really good job, especially this first issue, just really making it jump out at you and everything.
Right, I love that Watcher picture. Yeah. It's really good. He just recently showed up in the Hulk Thor Banner Award that I'm reading as well. Anytime you get the Watcher, it's really cool. But it's kind of like he plays storyteller for us and kind of tells us what's going on. And so I don't know about you guys, and I know you've seen the Eternals, but I kind of got an Eternals vibe from this thing called the Unmaker, which had been placed inside the Earth. But he was dormant. He wasn't actually functioning. And all of a sudden he was waking up, and I was like flashbacks of a celestial coming out of the sea in Eternals.
Yeah, I agree. And it's from the same, vein, that cosmic world of Marvel. That's where all the major threats come from. That's where you get Galactus, and you've got the Living Tribunal who shows up, and they do everything they can to try and stop something like this from happening. It was a nice little touch to the story to introduce this new character. It definitely was not what I was expecting in the beginning, because when I had read the breakdown of this before I started reading, I didn't expect that cosmic level threat. I thought a EMP somewhere had gone off and just caused this world to be that way.
Been reading a lot about EMPs recently, between this and the One Dark Night.
Yeah.
My question is this: where was the Living Tribunal when this thing starts waking up again? Does somebody have like a direct number to that guy? Those people they can call and say, "Hey, we got an issue here. We need you to come solve it."
Yeah.
So it goes on pretty much where we pick the story up. This pretty much they decide as a group. Basically, we get like an Avengers team almost, where we Doctor Strange and Vision and Wanda and Sue Storm and Hank are all going to go down and try to stop this thing from waking up, because if it wakes up, the universe, and probably the Earth for sure, and the rest of the universe is going to be gone.
The thing is ready. They've got everybody for their specific purpose, and they bring the thing along because they said you never know when somebody needs to be clobbered.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the story keeps going on. What did you guys think of the with the Unmaker when you saw it? I thought it looked pretty cool, but it almost was one-dimensional in a way, because I mean it just looked like this big metal hulking thing and a lot of green energy coming off of it.
It definitely gave me celestial vibes and reminded me of the main baddie at the end of the first Thor movie. Just that kind of faceless monster, more or less. It was honestly just there to serve the purpose of something threatening. It wasn't really. This is really kind of introducing you to the story. It wasn't really the main threat to the what's going to happen later on.
Yeah, I felt like it was a plot, that character was a plot point to move the story along, to introduce it. That was just the means to the end to get us to the Dark Ages.
Right, and we're seeing a character that we're actually we get proved in this first book, because they send this crew down here, and as you read along, you start seeing some of the other places, like Wakanda and Atlantis, all being affected by him waking up, because basically to get loose, he's got to beat his way out of the Earth. You see a lot of the Avengers, X-Men, the Champions, the Runaways, everybody coming together to help fight, keep the Earth basically together while this guy's waking up, while this special team goes down and tries to take him out. Man, they killed a lot of people in this book. I mean, we lost, the Thing, we lost Vision, we lost Wanda, and most importantly, I mean, we lost Doctor Strange. But the cool thing was, right before Doctor Strange died, which set up this whole series, he opened up a portal to a world that emits an EMP, and when he did that, it pretty much made the Unmaker non-existent. He couldn't operate at all, and unfortunately, when that happened, Doctor Strange died, and so they were unable to close the portal, hence the Dark Ages, because now everything is affected by this EMP, which is constantly being radiated out from this portal. So we lose lights, we lose power, we see Iron Man falling out of the sky because he has no more power. We see a guy, an older gentleman, I guess he had a pacemaker. Looks like he is going to die because the pacemaker quit. And also artificial life stops existing. So we lose a lot of everything. As you go further into the book, what did you guys think? Did you think, when I was reading that panel this morning, I've read the book before, I thought I thought MJ was going to be dead. I had a feeling, I was like, oh no, we're going to lose MJ. So
That was.
I think, for the story, it would not have been good for Peter if that had happened, because this is, and it was a Spider-Man centered story when you look at the characters in it.
right.
He is the vehicle they use to kind of push the story forward. It jumps ahead like 7 years after the power goes out, and he has become like the seasoned veteran, and he is the guy who's helping lead.
Right, and I think it was very important that he didn't have to deal with tragedy right to start with, because as you can see in the last panels, you find out how much power May has, his daughter, and it was very important for him to be a mentor to her. And if he was dealing with tragedy during this time, he probably wouldn't have. When we come to the last page, were you expecting what we saw on the last page, Daniel?
The very last page is the apocalypse showing up. Okay, yeah. You always know some kind of, like, when the world changes, a power vacuum and things like that have changed. So you definitely are expecting some kind of drama to happen here. I think that was Apocalypse was probably the best choice, just because he's been around so long and he's weathered so many different changes to the world throughout the years, because he's been around for almost forever anyways, that he would make a good choice for someone to weather another massive change in the universe.
Right, and opportunity knocks, and he just walks right through the door, because, I mean, he's been trying to destroy the Earth for years, and now he's got an even better chance with, a lot of things not being what they are anymore. I mean, but we still have our heroes and things like that.
Yeah. I think it's a well-written book, and Tom Taylor did a good job when earlier in that issue, when he shows Jean Grey and Professor X, and they're talking about the change that is coming. He shows Apocalypse as well, so he kind of foreshadows that that's going to be an issue.
Right. That was book one. I mean, it was really good setup for what we were going to be dealing with. If you like what you saw, do us a favor and click that like and subscribe button down there. Trying to get up. We got some merch now. We're starting to work on merch, and we also have stickers. And I want to be able to give something away. I'm looking at when we hit 100 subscribers. So hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe you can get something. We'll figure out a way to give that away.
All right, guys. If you just check us out on our social media, we are the Brothers Boyd at Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok. And that will all pop up here on the bottom of the screen for you.
And check out our other videos. We've got more coming up. We actually we're talking about the new Obi-Wan series and what we're learning about it. Check us out with our What's New Wednesdays, as we're at the shop picking up books and seeing what's new. It'll give you some idea about doing that. And until the next video, we will all see you at the shop.